I'll get that. I think I better get it. Yes.
Help me. Please help
What
me.
happened?
It's all right. You must help me. I've run away from home. Look out,
My God. Tracy. Are you okay? Tracy. Tell me you're all right.
Bellman, are you all right?
No, please leave me alone. Help me, somebody, help me.
Oh, quick, Bellman, be quiet. The whole prison.
Leave me alone. Crazy.
What's going on here?
Oh, thank God. I woke up and he was trying to kiss me.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I never laid a hand on her.
Oh, really? I suppose I was dreaming. I might be a cripple, you know, but I'm not stupid. She's had a lot of mind ever since I arrived in here. She's sick.
How dare you speak to an officer like that?
All right.
Come on, let's just calm down, shall we? I take it, Bellman, you want to make a formal complaint.
You damn well bet I do.
You're not going to take her seriously.
Well, you can see the situation. My hands are tied.
But she's lying.
You know the regulations. This sort of thing must go on report to the governor.
I hardly think that's necessary, since the reason I'm here is because the governor asked me to keep an eye on her.
Bellman, are you prepared to withdraw the charge?
No way.
Then I have no alternative but to take a formal statement from you both.
Well, it looks like a real cultural breakdown. Did your father hit you?
No, not yet. But he's really mad with me this time. He will when he catches me.
He doesn't know you came here,
Of course he does. He chased me most of the way. He's out the front now. Please, can I stay? I've got money.
Don't worry about that, love. We'll look after him.
That's him. Please don't let him in. Please don't let him in.
You can't leave him banging there. He'll wake the whole neighbourhood.
You don't know him. He gets violent when he's like this.
Maybe we should call the police.
The police. No, please. Not the police. That would make it even worse.
Mickey, take Richard into the other room, will you? Look, I'll try talking to him, try and calm him down or something. The rest of you better buzz off, I think.
Look, you want me to hang around? I'm used to dealing with ravers. I've been married to one long enough.
I'll try talking to him. Thanks all the same. Look, stick close to the girls, just in case he gets past me, eh? Oh, and look, if he starts bouncing me off the walls, call the ambulance first, then the police. Yeah, I'm coming. Right. Cool it. Yes, can I help you?
My daughter Lisa is here.
Yes, she's here, but she's very upset.
She is upset. I'm upset. You will bring her here, please. She will come home with me.
Now, why don't you come in and sit down for a while? When you've calmed down a bit, then I'll bring her in and we can get to the bottom of the problem.
This has nothing to do with you. This is a family problem. You will bring her out now.
Look, she came here for protection. I'm not going to hand her over while you're in this sort of mood.
What is it wrong with you people? You have no right or wrong. You have no respect for a father's rights. You do not care for your children.
What the... Hey, Mickey, get in here, will you? This is all we need. Mickey.
Dad, what did you do to him?
Nothing. He just collapsed on me. I think he's having a heart attack. Hey, Muriel, see what you can do, will you? I'll call an ambulance. Oh, Mickey, get Litzer in here, will you? We better find out who his doctor is.
I heard my father shouting and then it was quiet. Has he gone?
I think you better come into the lounge room.
Has he gone?
Well, no, but you better come in anyway. He's collapsed. It looks like his heart.
Oh, he's not trying that again, is he?
Well, I know you're angry with him. Isn't that just a little callous?
He's faking. He's done it before whenever he can't get his own way.
You mean he hasn't got a bad heart?
Oh, yeah. He has a bit of trouble. But it's not as bad as he makes out.
Well, I don't know, because this looks real enough to me, and we're not prepared to take the risk. We called an ambulance. Are you coming out?
Maybe later. Lisa!
Hey, what are you up to?
Aren't you coming in to see your old man? I think he's pretending. Believe me, I know him. As soon as I go back out there, he'll drag me back home, so I'm not going. Tell Mickey and the others thanks. But I'll look after myself.
Fair enough.
You come home at last?
Sorry, love. I couldn't leave Mum. She was really upset, what with Maxie shooting through again. She still misses Dad a lot. She was in floods of tears. Couldn't just walk out.
Yeah, but I rang you this afternoon. I expected you home when I got here.
We didn't say much over the phone, so I didn't think it was anything important.
Yeah, I couldn't talk about it on the phone, could I?
What's wrong?
Mrs. Chandler died.
Who's Mrs. Chandler?
That $2,000 came from her account.
Well, that's all right then, isn't it? Now she'll never find out.
Well, no, she won't, but her executors will. She died 2 weeks ago, and the account's been operated on in the last couple of days. By me.
Well, why wasn't the account closed before?
Because the stupid, lousy, rich bitch had accounts peppered all over the state, and they've only just found this one. All the rotten, lousy luck.
Is there anything you can do?
Well, my only chance is to get that money back into the account before the auditors get onto it. Now, how much have you got left?
Nothing.
What?
There's nothing left.
You spent $2,000?
I just paid everything off.
Oh, that's it then, isn't it? I mean, I've had it.
Now, the way I see it is this. Your best chance, Mrs. Smith, is to plead guilty to murder, but with extreme provocation.
Why should she plead guilty? That bitch Mackenzie got what was coming to her and more.
That may be
She
so.
murdered poor little Paddy. She tried to do the same to Bea, only Bea was too smart for her.
Mrs. Birdsworth...
She and the freak tried to make poor old Bea think she was going nuts.
Mrs.
Wasn't murder,
Birdsworth,
she
please.
deserved it.
Her life was taken unlawfully. That's murder. But if we can prove extreme provocation, the sentence will be lighter.
I don't see what difference it's going to make. I'm a lifer already. This time I'll just throw away the key.
Not necessarily. Murder with provocation still makes you eligible for parole earlier.
Why don't you go temporary insanity, Bea? That should be easy to prove.
Oh, thanks, Lizzie.
I want to steer well clear of that one. You could find yourself sentenced to a mental hospital or institution, and once they get you in there, you'll never get out.
Yeah, that's exactly what Mackenzie and the freak had in mind. No, thank you. I'll stick with you, Mr. Steele.
Good. Now, Mrs. Birdsworth, you've got to realise you're in a very precarious position. As an alleged accessory, you could be up for a pretty stiff sentence.
I know, but I don't care. I'd do it all over again. Me and Bea are best mates.
No, Lizzie, that's not the point. You have got to beat this rap if you can.
Yeah? What do you want me to do?
Well, we've got to convince the magistrate that you took Mackenzie into seeing Mrs. Smith in the hope that she was going to make amends, and that you gave your friend the gun either for safekeeping or in case she needed to protect herself.
Oh, come off it. Even I wouldn't believe that.
Well, let's hope the magistrate will. Now, are we all agreed on our stories?
Yeah.
What about the freak?
Ferguson.
So far, we don't have any proof of duplicity. She obviously covers her tracks very carefully.
Yeah.
I'll see you later in court.
Thanks. Goodbye.
I'm ready to leave now, thank you.
And if you go along to the security gate, the officer there will escort you out. Seems a waste of time and money hiring a solicitor to represent you two.
Oh, I don't know. He's a very clever man. Just wait until he gets you into the stand. You might be in for a surprise.
You got ideas of trying to incriminate me?
That shouldn't be hard to prove.
How?
Zara Moonbeam, that's how.
If that's your proof, you're in big trouble. She's a very nervous lady.
And so should you be, because your luck's running out. Did the governor speak to you about what you tried to do to that crippled kid last night?
You shut your filthy mouth. Get back to your cells.
Can you think of anybody else we might be able to borrow from?
Well, Roger, I don't think we'll get any money from these people. They're our friends. Most of them are in the same position we're in.
Not quite.
I mean, they've all got things on time payments, too. None of them are well off.
Yola, I've got to try something.
I don't like our friends knowing we've got financial problems. God knows what would happen if Mum ever found out. Shock would probably kill her.
Well, what our friends think is the least of our problems at the moment. And if you're really worried about your mother, then you might be able to think of some way out of the mess we're in. Otherwise, her whole family's going to be in jail.